Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for another vid today. Look at that beautiful butterfly. Isn't it pretty? Anyways, you guys, what I wanted to I'm gonna make this video today for targeted individuals. I want to make this video today for the targeted individuals, people who are being targeted by the government with nanotechnology, psychic attacks, witchcraft, directed energy weapons, chemtrails, and really it's a horrible thing going on, but it's just a part of evolution. And what I wanted to talk about today is really what's going on. So targeted individuals, they understand what's going on and can get in the game instead of just being there and feeling hopeless. I don't want you to feel hopeless. I want you to know, understand what's going on and know what you got to do to get into the game, okay? So, basically what's going on right now on the earth is what I call ether wars, okay? There's a light ether and there's dark ether, okay? And each is a spiritual energy. Light ether is God's spiritual energy. It's called orgone, chi, prana, organite, the positive orgone energy, the positive ether. It's God's energy, okay? And what's happening is the earth is going into the fifth dimension and it's ascending. We're getting rid of, basically what's going on is we're getting rid of the negative and we're going all positive to basically heaven on earth is where we're headed. So the dark knows this, the government knows this. They can't stop it from happening. They can't stop it from happening. It's going to eventually happen. But what they want to do is slow the process down, because they can stay in control for longer. And honestly, I do think some of them think they can stop it, but they can't. The light always wins. The light overcomes the darkness. Positive always overcomes the negative. That's just the way of the universe. So that's what's going on. It's ether wars. Now, a lot of you who are targeted individuals, with all these different technologies being used against you, I want to basically, in the simplest way, explain what's happening. They're sending the dark ether into your body because your vibration is raising and you're ascending, just like the earth is ascending, and you're going to stop reincarnating and you're going to go back to heaven. You're going to go back to source. And it's basically you had all your experiences here. You learned in all your lives and past lives. You learned what you had to learn. That's what you came here for. The earth is nothing but a schoolroom. It's a class. You come here to learn. So it's time for you to go home, go back to source, go back to heaven. But they don't want you. They don't want you to go back. They rather kill you with their technologies, give you cancer, give you some kind of sickness and disease, so that they can keep your soul reincarnating instead of you going back to source. Because when one person ascends, it causes a huge ripple effect, and a whole bunch of other people start ascending. So they figured out, hey, they can't target all of humanity, so they're going to target a few percent of us. And because we're all connected, I'm connected to you, you're connected to me, we're connected to the grass, we're connected to the water, the animals, the plants, nature, everything, the air, everything is connected. We're all connected. So by attacking a few percent of us, they're slowing the process down, is what they're trying to do. And they don't want you to ascend. They rather keep you here, kill you, keep you here for another round of incarnations. So that's really what's going on. It's ether wars. They're putting the dark ether into your body to prevent you from filling with the light. See, look, this is where the positive ether is coming from. The positive ether is coming from right there, from the sun. And whenever you go outside and you get sun, you fill with the positive ether, right? And then you come back in and you use your cell phone, you use your laptop, you sit down and watch TV, you sit down in your home. The home is designed to be an energy drainer. You know, the way it's designed is they want to slow us down. So it's like when you pick up your cell phone, you get on your laptop, whatever, all those devices, the best way I can explain it is energy drainers. They're to drain your energy, to suck out the positive ether out of your body and to put the negative dark ether. So what you can basically know from all this is what you want to do as an individual is you want to get as much positive ether in your body as possible to overcome the darkness. You feel more positive, you're more healthy, you're less prone to get sickness and disease. The positive ether, you know, destroys cancer. It completely destroys it. It destroys any kind of sickness and disease. You know, the positive ether does. All their diseases are based on the negative ether. Everything that there is, whether for diabetes, Alzheimer's, whatever, it's that negative ether that's causing the diseases in people's body. You know, they make the diseases and they sell the cures, then they control the system. That's how they make money. That's how they control everything. And you know how people are getting all these diseases and stuff? It's the crap, the pollution, the chemtrails. It's the stuff they're putting in our food, in our water, and the stuff that's in our atmosphere. The stuff is in our air. We're breathing and sucking all this stuff in. And then you got the smart meters, the cell phone towers, the electricity in your home. You got the Wi-Fi. All these things are a network of giving people diseases. That's how you get diseases. You suck up the pollution, you suck up the nanotechnology, you go sit down in your house and you watch TV. And the TV is sitting there radiating you while you have all this nanotech inside you. And that's how people get sick. That's how they get disease. That's why we don't live long. You know, in the Bible, if you see the beginning, you know, Old Testament, how it talks people living for, you know, hundreds of years, that's how it's supposed to be. We're literally supposed to live as long as we want to. Like the way our bodies were designed is you can live as long as you want. It's up to you. You know, whenever you're ready to give up your body, you say, okay, I'm ready to give up this body. I'm ready to go ahead and pass on and, you know, get a new body. Now, nobody knows that, but that's the truth. So making this video, you know, that's my intention, is just to let you guys know it's ether wars. That's what's going on right now. And you need to fill yourself with as much positive ether as possible. How do you do that? Orgone, organite. Powered orgone is the strongest way to fill yourself with massive amounts of positive energy. You know, wear an orgone pendant. Put an orgone in your pocket. Meditation. When you meditate, you fill with positive orgone energy. Get sun. Get lots of sun. You know, start gifting your community with orgonite. You know, start putting the orgone all in nature. You know, because I know this sounds weird, but when the nature fills with positive ether energy, you fill with positive ether energy because you're connected to the nature. You're connected to the water. You're connected to the atmosphere. When you start fixing all these things around you, you start filling with more positive ether energy. And the universe knows you're doing a good thing, so it gives you back 100-fold what you're putting in to help. You know, every time I gift, my light quotient increases. Every time I make orgone, my light quotient increases. It's, you know, it's just that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to fill yourself with as much positive ether to combat all the dark ether that's in our atmosphere, in our communities, everywhere. You know, after I did 2 years in jail for something that I didn't even do, I come back out, and you know what they've done since I've been at those 2 years I was locked out? Undoing all my grid work. all the orgone that I put everywhere, they were undoing it, building new towers, resurfacing, like where the towers, where the machines are that actually control the towers. That's where the consciousness energy is. And they resurfaced them. They basically poured a whole bunch of more rocks on top of the where the equipment goes, so that it covers up that consciousness energy again. There's all kinds of construction everywhere. There's all kinds of constructions, new cables, new lines, new this, new that being put in, all to undo what I did. And and another thing they did is there's smart meters everywhere. Everywhere that I put in Oregon, smart meters are everywhere now. It's ridiculous. There's like 3 smart meters on one intersection. I mean, is that really necessary? 3 smart meters right there on one corner? I mean, it's just ridiculous. That's how scared they are of the positive ether getting out. I'm telling you, they're terrified of it. They're scared crapless of it. That's why they killed Wilhelm Reich, because that's how scared they were. But now it's something that it's out of control. It's beyond their control at this point. People are making it, people are wearing it, people are gifting it, and it's just going to get better from here on out. So I just want to share that with you guys. I wanted to just let you know what's going on is ether wars. They're light versus our dark, and the light consumes the dark. That's why we always win. The light consumes the dark. Light always wins. The light ether consumes the dark ether and turns it into light ether. Turns it into positive energy. That's what it does. It's the craziest thing, and it's a targeted individual. The only thing that's going to protect you from their chemtrails and their nanotechnology is the positive ether. They're putting it in your food and in your water, so you need to figure out a way to get the positive ether into your food and water. One thing that I've been doing recently is I will put a bucket with some orgone generators out in the sun all day and let that positive ether get in the water. And then whatever I'm going to eat or drink, I let it sit in that bucket for a little while to get that positive ether into my drinks and into my food, and then I consume it. And it makes me feel so much better. I mean, it takes all their poisoning. Literally, I drank some water the other day that they had put so much poison in that I was pooping water for like 2 or 3 days. I was pooping water. It made me so sick. I had diarrhea real bad. I felt horrible. It was horrible feeling. I was just sick for 2 to 3 days. So, and they're putting it all in my food, and whenever I can just taste it. When I taste the food, it tastes nasty. When my food and water is filled with the positive ether, it tastes like honey. It's sweet. It's so delicious. It tastes so good. But when it's filled with the chemtrail and nanotech, oh my God, it's disgusting. I mean, it hurts my chest. When I'm chewing on my food, swallowing it, my chest starts hurting because that's how much, that metal and that crap is in there. So you have to get creative. You have to meditate. You have to create a connection with your higher self. You have to ask for help from the ascended masters and the spiritual hierarchy of earth. You got to tell them, hey, look, they're doing this to me. You got to talk to them and say, hey, they're doing this. They're doing this to me. They're doing that to me. Help me. Provide me with solutions. Guide me. I need help. And you do this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Whatever they do to you, you beat them. And they're going to do something else. You beat them back. It goes back and forth, and it's the process of evolution till you finally get to your destination, and then they can't touch you at that point. You're an untouchable. Once you've defeated all their attacks and you've raised your vibration to such a point, and there's so much positive ether in your body. That's another thing you guys gotta understand. When your body is filled with so much positive ether, their weapons can't touch you. Their technology can't get into you. They can't harm you in any way. And I had actually reached that point, and they freaked out so much They attacked me so badly in my lungs, and they gave me lung cancer. And now I have this lung cancer, and I have cancer all across my back. But I know I'm going to beat them. I know it's going to go away, and I'm going to defeat them. I already am. You know, I'm already feeling a lot better from when I got out. It's just a process, and I'm not worried about it. I know I'm going to get back to where I was, and everything's going to be okay, and I'm going to ascend. So I'm not worried about that. But yeah, that's what they did. They freaked out so bad. I was getting away from them. They did that to me so that they could hold on to me for a little bit longer. Because that's all they're trying to do, is slow the process down. They know they can't stop the ascension. They know they can't stop you. So they're just trying to do stuff to slow you down. So I don't want to make this video too long for you guys, but I just want to tell you, you know, that's what's going on. You know, it's ether wars. You need to fill yourself with the positive ether. You need to start making orgone. You need to start gifting orgone. You know, everybody starts out buying it. You know, I got my website. That's how it always is. Somebody buys it at first, and then they say, wow, it really works. And then you go from buying it to making it on your own. And that's usually how people get into it. So, you know, just fill yourself with the positive ether. You know, say your prayers, say your decrees, say your mantras, you know, meditate, try to stay positive, and just know that's what's going on. You know, that's going to be your battle, is getting yourself filled with the positive ether. That's how you beat them. That's your path, you know, to your freedom. That's how you become free. So, just trying to think, I want to make sure I didn't leave anything out. I think that's about it. Yeah, oh, another thing I can tell you guys, you know, that like I told you, the ether is coming from the sun. So one thing I learned the other day, they had poisoned my water so bad where I literally drank it and it tasted like poison. I mean, it tasted like death. I spit it out, and then I was just about to throw the water away, but I was like, you know what? I threw it on the dash of my car, and I drove around for maybe an hour, and it was real sunny outside. And that ether energy from the sun was hitting the water for about an hour. So then, after an hour and why, I grabbed it real quick, and I drank some, and it tasted terrific. It tasted like honey. I chugged it real quick because they're psychopaths. As soon as they see you trying to get some of that in you, they start sending their chemtrails into the water in such a way that is ridiculous. Like, I can literally feel it in my hand, them sending the radiation and chemtrails into my water. That's how strong they're doing it to me, because they're so scared of me getting away, and they're psychopaths. Anyways, I just want to tell y'all, you know, that's it. That's what you want. That's what they're scared of. That's what burns and kills them. Right there. Alright guys, I love you. Thanks for joining another vid. I'll try to make some more vids to help y'all out soon. One love. Peace.